Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message. I do deliver it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we are celebrating today. A lot of celebrations today. Some of them are pretty ridiculous. Department Store Day.
You know better than that.
Yeah, that's Global Cat Day.
This is ridiculous.
National Dictionary Day. Ooh, I don't know about that one either. Ooh, my guys are a little loud on that, aren't they? What else do we have? National Clean Your Virtual Desktop Day today. See if we can turn that volume down, guys. We get a little hefty on the buzzer. National Bosses Day. Okay, we can go with that one. That's fair. But having beaten anorexia, I will tell you that the winner for the day of all the items, obviously you saw, we've got a lot of them. National Liqueur Day today. Yes, indeed. Get a little liqueur going. We can enjoy that one. I guess we better move right along and see what's going on in the markets today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up 30 points. Well, if we get some tax reform going through, we may end up seeing 25,000 on the Dow. Right now, we're at 22,871. Oil, $51.42 a barrel. That is up again. And we'll look and see, because we saw that oil rig that exploded. I wonder what that's doing to gas prices once again. We will check them out for you. $2.47.1 is the national average here in the state of California. $3.04 per gallon of gas. South Carolina, $2.25.2. Trying to find who the leader is. We've got someone's at $2.20. So we're going to find that $2.20. There it is. Missouri, $2.20 a gallon of gasoline. What's that, about 85 cents, 84 cents cheaper than California?
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, we do lead the country in that most of the time. So that's not pleasant, but that's where we are. And the 10-year Treasury up just a little bit. 2.289 is where we were sitting on the 10-year Treasury right now. Again, we watch that one because we want to know what effect is it going to have on our 10-year Treasury, on our ability to buy a new house. That's the reason that we watch that one so closely. I tell you that every day just so you'll have a good handle on it. We are also checking the news of the day, seeing what's going on in the world as we continue to check it out. Well, we saw Bo Bergdahl. Susan Rice. I wish we had that sound clip of Susan Rice telling us that he served with honor, and I forget how else she put it, but he pleaded guilty today to basically treason. I don't know the exact technical terminology of it, but basically he's a deserter. That's what it is. He is a deserter. So Bo Bergdahl did plead guilty to that one. And misbehavior before the enemy, that last part, misbehavior before the enemy, that carries a potential life sentence on it. Amazing with that one. NFL protests, the league decided that they were not going to show the national anthem. They were not going to give any visibility to these lunatics that decide that they want to sit down.
Nothing like a little air of superiority.
Yeah, a little air of superiority. That's the way they're acting. Does it surprise anybody with these guys anymore? Not a whole heck of a lot. So you watch what's going on there, and then we see that Colin Kaepernick has filed a grievance against the NFL. Now, you got to wonder about this one. He's filing a grievance against the NFL because he opted out of a $10 million contract.
You're absolutely useless.
Now, he had a contract for $10 million. The team didn't fire him on his contract for $10 million. He opts out of a contract for $10 million, and now he's upset because nobody wants to hire him. Yet when you see what the fans want, the customers of the NFL, I guess they don't have any bearing on the issue, but the customers of the NFL have said overwhelmingly they don't want him to have anything to do with him. Amazing. And, of course, Hillary Clinton, she's siding with the NFL protesters. Of course, then again, you have to wonder about Hillary Clinton because she sided with Bill Clinton, who's basically did the same things as Harvey Weinstein. Now she says that Harvey Weinstein is deplorable. You can't make this stuff up. And she says the Clinton Foundation will not return Weinstein's money and will not give it to other entities that could probably do something better with the money. Unbelievable. Jimmy Kimmel back in the news again, his drama show that I think he likes to call it a comedy. Many people refer to it as drama. Not upset that he's tuned out or turned off half of the potential audience. Doesn't care, as he puts it, if the Republicans don't choose to watch him. No regret is his terminology. No regret for using his nightly monologue on that drama show to espouse liberal views on health care. Again, that's the liberal views on insurance. Don't conflate the issue that the liberals care anything at all about health care. That would be medical care. All they're talking about is health insurance. They want to make sure everybody has health insurance, and they want to take government money to pay off the insurance companies. Think about that one. That's what President Trump has basically turned around.
What's the big idea?
Is that we're not going to keep giving taxpayer money to insurance companies like the Democrats want. I don't know, understand. They keep saying that they're for the small individual or the working individual. They don't use the term small, but they're for the working individual. Yet they want to give your money. They want to tax you more so they can give the money to the insurance companies who, under the Unaffordable Care Act, are showing double-digit increases in profitability. Does that make sense to anybody? Can somebody help me understand that whole issue? Unbelievable. So apparently there are some adults taking charge at the University of Wisconsin after pressure from Republican legislators. Leaders at the University of Wisconsin have finally decided to punish students who shout down speakers with whom they disagree. Any student who disputes a speech will get one free pass, then face suspension and even expulsion for future offenses. We love that one. The shout down tactic has been used almost exclusively by radical leftists who wish to silence conservative speakers. But not at Columbia University. It costs parents about $70,000 to send their kids there. Ow! Yeah, single year, so they may be very interested in how that money is being used. The Ivy League school, which may soon feature Professor Hillary Clinton,
nothing like a little air of superiority,
plans to spend more than $100 million over the next few years to promote greater diversity in its staff. Hiring Hillary Clinton is going to promote greater diversity in its staff? But diversity of skin color and gender is what they're thinking about. Using weasel words typical of college administrators, Columbia's president says the school needs more professors from backgrounds that have traditionally been underrepresented.
This is ridiculous.
Woody Allen clarifying Weinstein's statement. Woody Allen, who married one of his adopted daughters and was credibly accused of sexually molesting another adopted daughter, told the BBC that the entire Harvey Weinstein situation was sad. He's now being a bit tougher, saying his good friend Weinstein is a sad, sick man. Allen feigned ignorance about Weinstein's apparent well-known proclivities with young and ambitious actresses. Fascinating how all these people are now saying they didn't know what was going on. Haven't there been zillions of movies made about what's going on in Hollywood, about the casting couches and the way people slept their way to the top? Is this something new? Did I miss a memo here where people are all of a sudden feigning ignorance to what was going on? All you had to do was be alive to understand it, to know it, to see it. It's not like it's a new issue. Yet, all of a sudden, being that some people are complaining about it, and rightly so. Don't want to dispute that part of it. But there are people that are just complaining. Now, all of a sudden, they're going to make a statement like they really care. Obviously, and I mentioned this before, the Clinton Foundation has $250,000 worth of donations from Harvey Weinstein, and they don't plan on giving it back or giving it to another charity. I would say, hey, why not give it to a women's charity that might actually do some good with the money? Instead of giving it to Hillary and Bill's favorite charity, that would be their private jets and their lavish lifestyle. But then again, we should have known that Hillary had no problem with this right along. Did she ever say one word about it when Bill was accused? When he was all these women came out accusing him of the same issues. She didn't care then. What makes us think that she really gives a hoot today? You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, $3,000 a month rent or $600,000 house. It is a $500,000 decision, and we're going to chat about that one when we come back. Thinking of selling? Maybe you should do it today. Credit card, rental car, insurance. Which cards cover you? And passive income, what is it and how to make it? We're going to talk all about that, about all of that and more. Remember, you can reach us anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter, @Ron Siegel, and if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1, Ron Siegel the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Did you know that banks and credit bureaus are rewarded financially if you have bad credit? And the worse your credit score is, the more money they can make off of you? How does that make you feel, knowing that banks are getting rich off of your hard-earned money? How does it make you feel, knowing that if a bank or a credit bureau makes a mistake on your credit report, they benefit from it and it hurts you? The Fair Credit Report Act of 1971 requires banks and credit bureaus to report only accurate information, and nearly 100% of all credit reports are inaccurate. If you're sick and tired of being broke and tired of being robbed by the banks, you owe it to yourself and to your family to call Rondi. Rondi is a FICO-certified credit professional and has helped thousands of people just like you get out of debt and establish great credit. Rondi's number is 855-608-1990. Again, that's 855-608-1990. Or visit creditsanitizer.com. Again, that website is creditsanitizer.com.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694552.
Are you a veteran, police officer, firefighter, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, you qualify as one of Ron Siegel's VIP heroes, and we have rewards up to $5,000 or $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with one of the Ron Siegel radio partners. As one of the heroes, real estate agents will rebate part of their commission. Lending partners will give a credit at closing. The title company has special published rates, and many other service providers have incentives too. All you need to do is call Ron Siegel Radio at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. Just think about what you will do with all the rebates and incentives from the partners of Ron Siegel Radio. Just call us at 800-306-1990 so we can show you our appreciation for your service.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message, and as your consumer advocate, I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime. At 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, the real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. Nest. No advertising on there, so that's a nice benefit of it. You just put in how many bedrooms, bathrooms, the area you want to live in, and the amount you want to pay. And our friends that run the app Nest will send you a text message every time something in your price range hits the market. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute, the idea of a $3,000 a month rent versus a $600,000 house and the $431,000 decision that would be. We're going to chat about that. Before we get to that, though, good morning, Rich, Samir. Looks like Eugene's on with us this morning. Lisa, good to see you with us as well. Amato, good to see you with us as well. Any questions or comments, feel free to put them right into the chat box. Obviously, we are watching that if you're on with us on Facebook Live or on our RonSiegelRadio.tv network. Thinking of selling? You should do it today. That is the headline. Might be a little aggressive, however, as August 2017's housing market data begins to roll in. We can definitely say one thing. If you are considering selling, it is time to list your home today. Holy cow. Got a lot of stuff going on here, some sound effects here. In a recent article by CBS News, they explained that the number of existing home sales is shrinking, and Lawrence Yoon, chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, said, and I quote, "There should be 3 million homes on the market right now, yet there are only 1.9 million. And this situation will be affected greatly by recent natural disasters." Yoon continued by saying, "Before the hurricanes, I would have predicted 1.35 million in new home construction in 2018. I'll have to scale that down now." National Association of Realtors, in their August 2017 Realtors Confidence Index, indicated that amid sustained job creation and sustained historically low mortgage rates, realtors reported that buyer demand is stronger compared to conditions 1 year ago, and that 50% of properties were on the market for less than 1 month when sold. On the market less than 1 month when sold. The only challenge to today's market is a severe lack of inventory. A balanced market would have a full 6-month supply of homes for sale. Currently, there is only a 4.2 month supply of inventory, which is down from 4.5 months 1 year ago. The bottom line, with demand increasing and supply dropping, this may be the perfect time to get the best price for your home. Let's get together, discuss the inventory levels in your neighborhood to determine your next steps. We always chat about the idea that we want to put together a game plan for you. It doesn't matter what you do. We're always looking at the game plan. And what I mean by the game plan is, where do you want to be long term? Where do you want to be down the road? That's what's important. What all these other issues are, that's an irrelevant conversation. What we want to know is, where do you want to be down the road? What does this mean for you? What does it mean for your family? The biggest issue is when we're talking about your family, what are your goals? What are your objectives? Are you looking to, maybe you've got a couple of kids in college right now and you believe that you're going to be downsizing. That's always a possibility, right? I mean, so we don't want to go and start doing things that are premature. But if we know the goal is to get you into a new house, we know the goal is that you need to get maybe a smaller property. Let's put together that game plan. That's the Real-Time Real Estate segment, brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals. Text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. So frequently we hear about these folks that say, well, you know something, and I just had a friend of mine the other day came up with this comment and said, you know something, we're right back where we were in 2007. Real estate prices are high. The property values are about the same as they were then. I think you should be getting out of the market. And I just had to chuckle when I listened to what he had to say about these things, because there was no logic to it. I mean, it's a personal opinion, and everybody has their own opinions. But I look at some of these issues, and I say, okay, well, we just talked about the fact that new home starts are going to drop next year, according to the chief economist at the National Association of Realtors. He's got a vested interest in a positive real estate environment. Yet he comes up and says, okay, new home sales are going to be low. He comes up and tells us that we're already undersupplied of property, that there's not enough properties on the market. He comes out and tells us that there's a lot of purchasing or a lot of pent-up demand out there on the market. Think about all of these issues. So I figured, okay, let's take a look and see, based on these low interest rate environment that we're in, what does it really mean to be buying a house? What is the financial consequences of buying versus renting? So I said, okay, let's take a look at this. Let's look and see what we're going to be doing. And when I used a 9-year study. Why did I use a 9-year study? Well, the basis of the study is to say that we're holding our homes for 9 years right now. That's the 10-year of home ownership right now. So if we look at our purchase, buying a home, $600,000, 10% down, our monthly principal and interest payment, $2,578. I compared that to and what I used is I used the 4% interest rate. I know it's a little higher than Freddie Mac's, but I didn't want to go into all of the details of getting APRs and all that good stuff. But I wanted to use what Freddie Mac actually's interest rate is 3.91. I just rounded it up to 4%. So based on that, the principal and interest payment, $2,578. Property taxes and insurance I just put a number in there. Property taxes and insurance on a monthly basis, in taxes and insurance, $925. We threw in there $167 in maintenance and repairs. So you're coming up with a monthly expense, $3,670. $3,600. Now we compared that in the first year to a $3,000 principal and interest payment, and we threw in about $20 a month in renter's insurance. So that's $3,020. Now we also put in there what the expected or the average rental increases are, because when you've got a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, you don't have to worry about rental increases on an annual basis. But when you're or a mortgage payment increase, they're going to be the same for the next 30 years, or unless you refinance, bring it down, bring it up, whatever you want to do. But putting in there a modest number for the rental increases. By the 9th year, you're going to be paying $4,694. $4,694 in rent. Compare that to the current day of $3,670. So you've got a cash flow benefit of $14,000, just straight on cash flow. Now, we don't know all of the different issues that are going to come about, right? We don't know what's going to happen with the mortgage interest rate deduction, what are going to happen to taxes. But you're going to have a tax benefit. The tax benefit and adjustments, assuming a 25% tax bracket. If you live in California, it's pretty hard to get down to a 25% tax bracket. The tax brackets are significantly higher than that in Taxifornia if you're making enough to afford a $600,000 property. But let's just use 25% federal tax. That's going to give you a $48,546 benefit. $48,546 just in tax benefits. Now, assuming that you're going to use the historical numbers of appreciation, 4.99%. I used Orange County just because that's where I'm sitting right now. 4.99% historical average. You're going to get $329,999 in appreciation. So call it $330,000 in appreciation. Now, you can also be building up equity because remember this, when you make a mortgage payment, that's like forced savings. Part of the money goes to interest expense, which you get to write part of that off. Part of it's going to go to forced savings. So we call that equity through amortization. By taking the original loan amount, $540,000, subtracting your remaining principal balance, you're going to have $100,944. So almost $101,000. $101,000 in 9 years of savings. You can't say that it's income, it's not a growth, but you're going to have saved $101,000. Do you have any way of saving $101,000 by any other method? Just a thought for you. And again, I mentioned the $48,546 in the tax benefits. So when you compare this scenario, a $3,000 a month rent to a $600,000 purchase, your net gain, the equity, your net worth is going to appreciate by $431,108. $431,108 by buying a house today. And we're just using more money. We're just using some real conservative historic numbers. We're not using anything significant. And we also threw in there the cost to sell of $55,800. The tax benefits, all of that's worked in. So think about all of those issues. And we did build in the closing cost of the new home, the cost to sell the home. All of those numbers are built in. Think about that. Rent for $3,000 a month over the next 9 years. Buy a $600,000 house over the next 9 years. Your household net worth will be $431, or could be. Can say will. I should have caveat that these are all assumptions. We look at the past to predict the future. It does not guarantee the future, but based on historic numbers, $431,108 net worth gain by buying that $600,000 house versus the $3,000 a month rent. Think about it. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, credit card, rental car insurance. What does it cover? Passive income, what is it? How to make it? Now, we didn't get to this one at the end of last week. How to buy stock, a step-by-step guide. We'll talk about all that and more. You can reach us anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. On Twitter, @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Shame on you. But the replay is available. Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few. Good morning, Caprice. Edwin, good to see you here.
In the middle of a street, a house. In the middle of a...
Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details. 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender. Licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year rates near 3.5%, and if you can believe it, 7-year interest-only hybrids in low 3s. The Siegel Lending Team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel Lending Team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Homeowners that are 62 and older are about to find out a great way to live a better retirement. It's called a reverse mortgage, and SLT can help you learn more. Call the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990 right now to receive your free booklet with no obligation. It answers questions like how a reverse mortgage works, how much you qualify for, the ways to receive your money, and more. When you call the experts at Siegel Lending Team today, you'll learn the benefits of a government-insured reverse mortgage, how it will eliminate your monthly mortgage payments, and give you tax-free cash from the equity in your home. Here's the best part. You still own your home. Now is the best time to take control of your retirement. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 to get your free brochure. Call today or visit our website at SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or simply call 800-306-1990.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message. And as your consumer advocate, I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. In the Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by CreditSanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It is wrong. Credit Sanitizer has the solutions for you. Go on to Credit Sanitizer. You can just register there for free, and you're able to get a weekly email from me talking about different options and opportunities to get your credit score corrected. Many times when your score is corrected, that's what's going to end up leading to a higher credit score for you. That's the beauty of correcting it. Now, you may find that there's just too much going on and you don't have enough opportunity there to do it all on your own. So then you just give me a call or send me an email. Say, hey, Ron, I need some help with this. Can you connect me with Alan Han, and he'll take care of doing all of the work for you. It's not that expensive, but it makes a whole lot of sense for a lot of people. The Question today, all about credit card rental car insurance. That is our subject. Whether you use a Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover card, chances are you can get some free auto insurance coverage when you rent a car. Generally, in order to snag this feature, you have to use the credit card to pay for your rental car. You also have to forego the rental company's own insurance. Beyond that, there are some exceptions and situations you should be familiar with. So let's take a look at rental car insurance basics and which cards offer this feature. So let's take a look at them. The basics. Taking a general look at car insurance, if you already have personal auto insurance, you want to check how that covers you when you rent a car. Collisions and theft are usually covered. That often only reaches to a certain extent. Usually auto insurance won't cover fees from the rental company, which can amount to hundreds of dollars. When your personal auto insurance won't cover your rental car completely, your credit card can provide the answer. When credit cards provide rental car insurance, it will come in the form of either primary or secondary coverage. Primary coverage kicks in the event of a collision or theft of your rental car, even before you need to file a claim with your personal car insurance. Primary coverage will fully cover the damages. Secondary coverage, on the other hand, tends to cover much less in damage and admin costs. This is largely due to secondary coverage kicking in after you've already filed a claim with your own personal car insurance company. However, if you don't have your own personal car insurance, a credit card secondary coverage becomes your primary coverage. And this can also be the case if you rent a car in a foreign country not covered by your insurance. No matter which credit card you have, you'll always want to double check how much coverage you have before you use it to rent a car. Visa credit card rental insurance, car insurance. If you have a Visa credit card, you're in luck. All Visa standard credit, rewards credit signature, signature preferred, premium rewards cards offer secondary rental car insurance. This means that it comes into effect after your personal insurance coverage. If you're renting overseas, your Visa coverage will act as your primary coverage. In order to use Visa's rental car insurance, you'll need to waive the rental company's insurance and use your Visa card for the rental. Visa covers up to 15 consecutive days of an auto rental in the U.S., 31 consecutive days outside the U.S. Visa does not cover rentals in Israel, Jamaica, Republic of Ireland, or Northern Ireland. Most passenger cars, minivans, and sports utility vehicles are covered, but trucks, some luxury cars, and certain vans are not. Any vehicles valued above $50,000 are not covered. Without personal auto insurance, Visa's auto rental collision damage waiver can help reimburse you for the covered theft and damage to the rental car. Any valid administrative loss of use and reasonable towing charges related to damage can be covered too. If you do have personal auto insurance, Visa's rental car coverage will pay for the deductible portion of your insurance plus the above administrative and towing costs. In the event of collision or theft, you need to report the incident to Visa within 45 days. You then have another 45 days in which you must file your claim. When you file your claim, you'll need to include a copy of the accident report and claim form indicating the amounts you are responsible for. You also need to produce copies of your rental car contracts, a repair estimate, and its itemized bill. Visa also asks for 2 photos of the damaged vehicle and a police report if those are available, and there are places online that you can file. If you're not sure what your Visa card will cover, call Visa. You can also contact your credit card issuer. That way you won't be stranded at the rental car counter on your next business or family vacation. Now let's look at MasterCard rental car insurance. That is a tongue twister for a Monday morning. Holy cow. Not all MasterCard credit cards provide secondary rental car insurance. So what's that mean? Use your Visa. The cards that do not offer this feature are Gold, Platinum, World, and World Elite credit cards. If you have any of these cards and you use them for auto rental, MasterCard can pay for any covered physical damage to and theft of a rental car. You'll have to waive the rental company's own insurance. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. The cards that do offer the feature are Gold, Platinum, World, and World Elite credit cards. So, again, if you have those cards, use them for your auto rental. MasterCard can pay for any covered physical damage to and theft of the rental vehicle. You will have to waive the rental company's own insurance and list yourself as the vehicle's primary renter for coverage to apply. You can generally rely on MasterCard rental car coverage for up to 15 consecutive days with a rental car if you're using a Gold or Platinum card. MasterCard World and World Elite credit cards offer longer time periods, up to 31 consecutive days. Similar to Visa, cars with a value of up to $50,000 are covered. Any cars over that price point are considered luxury and will not be covered. SUV and full-size vans will also disqualify you for coverage. If you're traveling abroad, be aware that MasterCard does not cover auto rentals in Israel, Jamaica, Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland. Same as the Visa card. MasterCard advises contacting the rental company in advance if you're traveling to Australia, Italy, or New Zealand, as the benefits may not apply in those countries. In the event of an auto accident, you need to report the claim to MasterCard within 30 days. Visa was 45. You must file the claim and a number of supporting documents within 180 days. This includes your car rental agreement, front and back, your credit card statement that contains the car rental transaction, your rental transaction receipt, and all other rental company paperwork. You'll also need to provide details and documents of the incident, whether an accident or theft, including a police report. The company also asks for a copy of your driver's license, front and back, and an itemized repair estimate. Luckily, MasterCard will also work on your behalf to obtain the necessary paperwork from the car rental agency. Again, they've got a phone number for you to call as well, or you can go on their website, mycardbenefits.com. American Express credit card rental car insurance. All American Express cards come with rental car insurance. If you have a basic Amex card, you'll receive secondary coverage up to $50,000. If you have a Platinum credit card, get secondary coverage valued up to $75,000. You'll have to decline again the rental company's full coverage and use your American Express to take advantage of the card's rental car insurance. American Express credit cards cover damage, theft, and related towing, storage, and loss of use costs. You're covered for rentals lasting 30 consecutive days. You cannot use your American Express rental card insurance in the same basic places as the other two. Additionally, there may be some further differences depending on the state you rent in. As always, you want to call American Express if you're unsure of what and how much is covered. They've got their online services, their 800 numbers, all that good stuff as well. Discover credit card rental insurance. Luckily, all Discover credit cards offer rental car insurance. You can gain secondary coverage for rentals of 31 consecutive days or 45 days. Same limitation, up to $50,000. Also note that while Discover's is only up to $25,000. The others are $50,000. Interestingly, Discover will cover rentals in any country that accepts Discover cards. You also do not have to waive the rental company's insurance coverage to use Discover's. On a call with the company, a Discover representative recommended reading over the rental company's insurance terms and conditions. We say that with all of them. So there's some differences with the cards. There's some benefits. If you want the whole story, just give me a call, 800-306-1990, or email me, Ron at ronsiegelradio.com. I'll get you all the information on the credit card rental car insurance. And that is the Your Credit Matters segment today, brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. And remember, you have a credit report. It is wrong. The question that we ask all the time is, what are you doing about it? creditsanitizer.com. When we come back, passive income, what is it? How to make it? How to buy stock? A step-by-step guide. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Connect with us, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter at Ron Siegel, and if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
middle of a...
Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area-trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Most businesses struggle to get the online reviews they need to get a competitive edge over their competition. Rex is a brand new technology that uses text messages to direct happy clients to your online review sites, Zillow, Google, Facebook, and Yelp, and unhappy clients to a private survey, so businesses can win more customers. Try Rex today by going to www.meetrex.com. Are you currently renting a home? Do you like paying someone else's mortgage payment? Why not explore the options to purchase your own home? Can you imagine a 30-year fixed-rate loan below 4.25% APR? This means with $10,500, you can purchase a $295,000 home and have a principal and interest payment of about $1,400 per month. What are you paying in rent? Does your family deserve the opportunity to take advantage of the current market? To learn more about these exciting opportunities, the Siegel Lending Team is standing by to speak with you. Call now, 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com or 1-800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender. Not endorsed or sponsored by any government agency.
Do you have a goal of mortgage-free home ownership? What if your home was valued at $500,000? Are you aware that a free and clear home could be costing you $2,500 every month, $30,000 per year? The mortgage planners at the Siegel Lending Team would like to show you how you can own your home, generate tax-free income, and accumulate family wealth. You simply need to call the Ron Siegel Team at 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990. By sending the team a copy of your most recent mortgage statement, the team will send you a no-obligation real estate plan. You be the judge if this is right for your family. Again, all you have to do is send the team a copy of your mortgage statement by email to reap@ronsiegelradio.com or call today. Ron Siegel, 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990.
Rate subject to change and without notice. Licensed by the California DOC and BRE NMLS 217037 and 145502 and Cal BRE 01869452 and 1866775.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message I deliver it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Passive income, what is it and how to make it? That is the subject today of the Word on Wealth segment, brought to you by Gold Star Mortgage. Gold Star is the home, the only home that I know of the Fast Pass loan approval. Fast Pass loan approval. That's where your real estate professional can go in and make an offer on your behalf with no loan contingencies. I love that idea. No loan contingencies. They go in on the residential purchase agreement here in the state of confusion. It's box J4. J4 on that California residential purchase agreement. It says no loan contingencies. It's the same as cash offer. So you can really compete with anybody in the marketplace. It takes a little bit of upfront work, does not cost you anything. That's the idea there with the Fast Pass loan approval. So what is passive income? That's the question for today. What is passive income? And what are some of the ways to make it? Those are the issues. Seems like more and more of us are looking for a way to earn some passive income, whether we need to pay off a credit card debt or just need some extra cash. Passive income could come in handy. But what is passive income exactly? Depending upon who you ask, it may not be as passive as you think. So let's take a look at what it is and the top ways to make it. Per the IRS, passive income is when you make money from an enterprise where you're not materially involved. This means a way in which you're making money, but you're not quite wholly active in that project. The IRS gives more specific limitations as to what it means by material participation. For one, it includes if you worked at least 500 hours in a year on the project or more than 100 hours when no one else works more than you. Additionally, if you do at least almost all of the work in an activity, it's considered material involvement. Even the combination of your work in multiple significant participation activities, SPAs, significant participation activities, if it exceeds 500 hours, counts as material participation. There are a few more criteria that would qualify a project as material. You only need to meet one of the qualifications, and as I suggest to you on a regular basis, contact your tax professional, CPA, to get all the specifics for your family. Passive income differs from active and portfolio income. However, despite its name, passive income doesn't always mean you can sit back idly while you earn money. In fact, the IRS also includes in its definition of passive income as net rental income and sometimes self-charged interest. This means to begin earning passive income, you'll need to invest some time and or money, at least at the start, because the IRS still views it as income. That means passive income is subject to taxation. There are a ton of ways to make passive income. As we said above, not all methods are entirely passive. So let's take a look at the top ways to make passive income based on their levels of involvement. Don't forget that even if you're involved in those projects, it may be considered active income due to the number of hours you put in. Top ways to make passive income: less involvement. So what if you're a real busy individual? You start out with a fun option. You can buy a gumball machine, right? Once you buy one, set it up somewhere, wait for the coins to roll in. The same goes for vending machines, pinball machines. The key to earning a solid amount of passive income here is to choose the right locations. How about selling something that you need to make for yourself? Teachers, you're a great one for this. So there's Teachers Pay Teachers. That allows you to put up and sell your lesson plans. You need to plan for your class anyways. Why not sell it? The same goes for photos you've taken. You don't need to be a professional photographer, and you can sell your photos on sites like iStock. If you have a car, you can easily get paid to put an advertisement on it. Just stick the ad on there, drive around as you normally would, and make a few $100s each month. And certainly not least, you could get yourself a cash back credit card. This would enable you to make some extra cash by spending money that you were already going to spend. You even have a ton of options to choose from depending on your spending style. So whether you spend a lot on restaurants, grocery stores, or traveling, there will be a card that can earn you cash back. Usually you earn 1% cash back, but some cards offer 5%. Top ways to make passive income: medium involvement. So you could buy a business and then have someone else run it for you, and that also has some risk and some money involvement. But after you could rake in the cash, you could even buy out an existing business and keep everything in place while you earn the profit. Again, that's passive, right? If you have anything in excess like house space, cars, or even your driveway, rent it out. Since you already own these items, you wouldn't have to go around buying new things. Simply list these things somewhere like a room on Airbnb to get it started. You probably have to put in some time and money for the upkeep, but otherwise it's a pretty passive venture. Similar to making a website or blog, but more passive, is creating an online course. If you have specific skill you know you can teach that others want to learn, you can easily create an online course. Sites like Udemy, can help you do this. It requires some work to make it, but after that, users simply need to sign up for the course and pay a fee. Another way, invest in real estate. This does involve some hefty investment on your part to get started, though, since real estate doesn't come cheap. The goal is to earn enough back by renting out the property to not only cover your original investment, but to also turn a profit. Keep in mind that similar to letting your room through Airbnb, this venture may require some time and money to maintain. There's a lot of different ways. So top ways to make passive income more involvement is an ebook. Publish an ebook. Get some knowledge or a great story, an idea you've been itching to share. Put it all in an ebook and sell it online. That's pretty passive, isn't it? Of course, a book isn't the only way to get your thoughts to be in the world nowadays. A blog, a website, YouTube channel. Watch Ron Siegel Radio on YouTube. You can see that there. I don't get paid for it, though. Although if there was commercials running on there, I could possibly get some money, right? Pros and cons of passive income. Overall, generating passive income mostly provides benefits. First and foremost, you're able to make money without using too much of your time. Of course, the time you actually spend will depend on your passive income venture, as will the amount of money you put into it. The key is to find the right balance for your existing lifestyle so that you turn a profit without too much spent. When it comes to taxation, there is the possibility of writing passive income off as a deduction if you record a loss. Keep in mind, though, that you can still get taxed on passive income. It is not tax-free. The bottom line, pursuing passive income can be the right move for you, especially if you just need some extra cash to pay off debts. Think about that concept and speak to your professional before you go and do any of these type of things. I always want to make sure that you're talking to your tax professional. Just because you don't want to go and do something that's going to cause you problems down the road. That's the Word on Wealth segment, again, brought to you by our friends over at Gold Star Mortgage, and they are the only home of the Fast Pass loan approval. And as always, I ask you, set that first radio preset button to come back here every day to join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thank you to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to John, who's engineering us today. And, of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money, help a lot of people, have a lot of fun, have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
Sun is hot and that old clock